Friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be diving into one of Vulnhub machines, which is Samsara. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play on your own. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And now let's get started. Although I've already made a video on how to solve the problem of IP address assignment with this machine, I failed to get the shell on the target. But, in this video, I'd like to demonstrate and share, I think, the most interesting part, which is to use Python to conduct enumeration or automate web enumeration efficiently. Okay, so then we can head over to Kali Linux. Let me fire up the browser. As you can see, of course, in this video, I will not start from scratch. For example, conduct port and surface scanning with a map. I will not perform directory enumeration. Okay, I just begin from this point. And just in nutshell, we cannot find anything interesting or valuable. And this is, I think, this should be the second a major difficulty with this machine. Here we need to pay attention to the content of this page. Who are you? And the answer is I am ? So I think the content here is giving us some kinds of a hint. We need to know. We need to get we get to know what is this ? stands for. Okay, or what does ? stands for. And again, this is a bit difficult to support or to discover. Actually, we can access, for example, this file index. This name doesn't appear in some normal word list like dear bastard word list or the big or comment. So this again, it's difficult to know this site has this page. Anyway, we can press enter. So now we got the first character, IMX. So, I think it would be reasonable to add this number to 2 to see what will happen. We got a different character. Oh, so of course you can, manually go along this way to the end number, but this will be very low in efficiency. Instead, we can use Python to automate this process. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you. Let's bring up the PyCharm editor. You can use any editor like Sublime, like VS Code, but I think PyCharm is the most efficient editor for Python. And we can right-click on this folder and new Python file. You can use any name like enumerate web _web, and we do not need to put its extension of py here because PyCharm will take care of it for us automatically. And first of all, we need to import some modules. The first module or the major module is request module. This is a third-party module. In order to use this module in your code, you need to install it. But of course, you can use pip to install this module very easily. Okay, I will not waste your time to install this package or to install this module here. Next module I'd like to import is regular expression, regular expression module. This module can help us extract information based on pattern. We can check its source code. This, of course, this line should be, the information or the interesting information we need to look at. But the only character or the only section we need to extract is this part. So we need to design regular expression or pattern to match this section, because this section would be dynamic. We don't know what this section will be. Okay, so in this case, we can utilize the regular expression module, which is very powerful for this kind of task. And the next module I'm going to import is sys module. Sys module I think I've already used a lot throughout my channel. We can use sys module to handle users' input, options like that, arguments. And also we can use sys module to, control the flow of the program. For example, exit the program out. Okay, so now, and in this code, I'm going to use function-oriented method, not the OOP or object-oriented programming, because this is a very simple code. So the first function I'd like to define is get page. Sorry about this, get underscore page. By convention, the function name should be consisting of words, and we can use underscore to join them, to make them together. Okay, so we need to pass the argument URL, and sometimes URL doesn't exist, or maybe some other reasons, we will get some kind of exception. So we need to use this construct to capture such exception. Except pass. Okay. So normally or without exception, we can send requests to the target. Very simple. Of course, if you use the built-in module, like the URL lib, this would be a bit more complicated. So I think request module is much more powerful. And next, we can check if the response is successful or not. So we can use its attribute, not a method. Response is one kind of object, and this object has an attribute, status code. Status code equals to 200. It means that the request and response is successful. So we can return response. But we want to return the source code, so we can use its another attribute, text. So if the status code is any other code, like 301 or any other, we just return false. Okay, and also if exception happens, we can also return false. Okay, and the next function I'm going to define is extract info, and we can pass one argument, response. For now, we can put the statement of a pass here, because we need to find out the pattern would be, okay, what pattern or regular expression would be. And this is very easy. We can go to the source code, we can copy this line, and then we can go to this website to choose appropriate regular expression. Okay, here we can use parentheses, because this section is what we want. We do not need to care about any other section in this line. And within parentheses, the content will be dynamic. We do not know how many characters and what characters. So we can use the dot, which stands for anything except a new line, and use the asterisk. It means that 0 or 1 or more a previous regular expression. Okay, and the question mark can make this asterisk not greedy. Okay, so now we can copy this regular expression or pattern. Head back to Kali Linux. We can define the pattern here, and we can use the R, which means law, and paste over here. So now we can result should be, we can call the method find all, and we need to give 2 arguments, pattern and string. So this case is the response. So now this will return, the find all will return a list. In this case, there is only 1 item in this list, so we can use the index of 0 to get its actual item or actual value. Now we can return result. Next, I'm going to define the main function. So here, first of all, I'd like to define the variable. So info, this variable will store extracted information. When we later when we will iterate over numbers or the series or sequence of numbers. Okay, so now you can use a for loop, or you can use a while. I think for is okay. So maybe we can use a while, because a while would be better, because we do not know the maximum number would be. Okay, so we can use the while true, and we can set the variable 1 initially. And so now we can of course we can construct a URL. We can use a formatted string. Formatted string in this case would be very, very convenient for us to construct URL. We can copy the sample of such URL from the browser, put it over here, and here we need to replace this number by curly brace. Curly brace would be serving as placeholder. So for each iteration by while loop, and this placeholder would be replaced by the number, actual number. Okay, for example, initially this would be 1, and then would be 2, and so on and so forth. So now we can get a response, get a page URL, and if response is false, not response, it means that we have already, the program is coming to the end of this sequence. Will not return anything. So we can simply break our code, break out of while loop. Okay, so next we can info, and we can call function extract response. Okay, that's it. Now when it's done, when this while loop is done, we can print out the final result. Okay, so now, we have already defined all 3 functions, but we do not call them yet. They will not be executed until they are called somewhere. So we can if name main, and the following code will be executed. So just call the main function. So now we can bring up the terminal window to run our program. Enumerate. Oh, sorry. I think this should be the dead loop because we didn't change the variable I. So here, okay, I think now the program can get it executed successfully. Press enter. As you can see, we successfully extract the message, and this should be encoded. We can use the CTF to decode. Okay, and so output would be something like domain name. Okay, I cannot go further because just I mentioned at the very beginning, I failed to get this machine down. If if anyone can complete this machine, please let me know how to locate the file. Okay, I think you know what I mean if you do this machine yourself. Okay, so now that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Bye.